We've heard SOB, we've heard MoFo and GDR, we've heard all that before. So what's different now?
Okay.
And so I think that's where it's coming from, Skip. Like I said, the public consumption, the more you give them, the more they want. And Skip, to go back to Reggie White, Skip, they was telling a story about he was playing in Washington, and he made a tackle, and one of the coaches had cursed him. And he didn't say anything, he ran off the field. They got to the Pro Bowl, and Reggie got on the bus, and he was like, hey, man, how you doing? Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you again. I remember what you told me on the sideline. He didn't forget. So, like I said, you just have to be conscious and understand who you're dealing with. You can't, I mean, there's some guys you can curse, and they're going to curse you back. But some guys take personal offense to that. And so you just have to be careful. I don't care if it's the heat of the battle. Some guys will light you up if you talk to them anything less than the man that they are.
Yeah.
And so you have to be careful of what you're dealing with. But like Mike said, he heard the audio and he wasn't able to go too far in preseason game. This is for, as you say, shoved all the money into the middle of the table. This for all the marbles. So normally, a lot of times, all the bets are off. And so, like I said, I'm not overly concerned. Honey Badger, Tom issued an apology. Honey Badger said nothing else about it. So I guess if he's good with it, I'm great with it.
Okay, so I don't want to continue to speculate about this, but it also hit me. I wondered if Tom, in the heat of battle, even reached for some sort of personal insult, because remember at LSU, he failed numerous for marijuana tests, and he wound up in rehab for a little while in Houston.
Probably why he was a third-round pick. Probably was a first-round pick.
Correct. Yeah, because every time I turn on my TV when he was at LSU, he was getting his hands on the football. Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, you win the what did you win, the Thorpe Award? You win the Buckers. He was like
he was everywhere.
He's like he was a Heisman. So
in fact, he might have the best nose for the football this side of Ed Reed, maybe.
Yes,
right.
Yeah, his instincts are second to none.
Second to none, and Brady would be the first to tell you that.
Right.
But something flipped his switch, and then he goes over the edge.
Right.
And I understand there's been runaway speculation, suspicion on Twitter about what line got crossed.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you and I have talked many, many times over the last 6-8 months on this show, we've gone through a period of intense racial unrest in this country. And here, right before your very eyes, Black Lives Matter movement. Now we're into Black History Month.
Correct.
And we're seeing, it's sort of shocking to your eyes, a white star, superstar, GOAT, versus a black star, and they are into it, man.
Right.
And then something is going on where something got said.
And sometimes, Skip, people automatically jump to a conclusion. White guy, black guy, they get into a verbal spat. Okay, what was it about? He had to say something to push Honey Badger. He must have said something racial. But I think the thing is, whether Tom meant it or not, he apologized. So, and if he apologized and Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu is accepting of it, I'm good with it, Skip. I really am. Like I said, Tom must have felt that he went overboard, and even if he did, he felt that maybe he did it just to protect his image, because maybe he thought the audio would get out, and it would paint him in a negative light. Whatever the case may be, he apologized, and I haven't talked to Honey Badger, so I don't know if he's accepting of his apology, but I have heard nothing else. And the thing is, Skip, it's not like Honey Badger kept it going. He said what he said. He's like, I'm done with it.
Now, and he did delete the tweet fairly quickly, right?
And see, Skip, that's why I said I believe that he got the apology from Tom. That's why he took the tweet down.
Yep. Okay. As I said, my only regret from my personal standpoint about this conflict was Brady deserved a flag as well as Ty, and that may have made it worse than ever, because Ty's saying, you're flagging me and not him? Well, I'm not sure who started it, but Brady was trying to finish it. I know that.
Because, Skip, you remember in the Buffalo-Kansas City game, they flagged Josh Allen because he flipped the ball and hit the guy in the face. So they gave him 15. They gave the two other guys, the lineman from Buffalo gave them 2 fouls, but they gave the guy from Kansas City, so they're offsetting. So if you do, and that's normally how it happens, Skip, the second guy always get caught. But the officials did see Brady turn and run and go and chase after Honey Badger. So don't pretend like you didn't see that, because you did.
And I get it that Ty did that, but Brady, And it's usually the second guy gets flagged. And in this case, it looked like the first guy got flagged, right?
It just looked like to me is that Honey Badger was saying, man, don't talk to me like that.
Right.
Who you think you talking to?
I agree.
That's what it appeared to me. Look, like I said, I don't want to, well, Shetty, you don't know what was said. You're right. We absolutely don't. I wasn't there. But I also don't want to put words into Tom's mouth and to say the reason why Honey Badger reacted the way he did is that he called him a racial epithet. Yeah. And I don't believe that was the case either, because Michael Irvin said the N-word wasn't uttered.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to step back and look at this from the biggest picture perspective. I respect the fact that there are millions of Brady haters out there. They're tired of him. They're sick and tired of him. They resent him. They're jealous of him. 1,000 reasons that they're just burned out on Tom Brady. And this was a little opening for many of the Brady haters to say, got you, right? What do they call it? The cancel
culture.
Cancel culture. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up one last time just to be completely objective about a guy who, as a performer, I admire, as you know. But we keep going back to the MAGA hat that was in his locker just ahead of the 2016 election. And it opens a door of more suspicion by association.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just one more time, just to frame that, the owner of the New England Patriots, the sort of second father to Tom Brady, is the closest friend of Donald Trump in the world. That's what they both say. Both Trump and he have acknowledged they are the closest friends. Bill Belichick is a good friend of Donald Trump, who awarded him late in his reign
the Medal of Freedom.
Freedom, okay, which Belichick chose not to accept because it was the day after the Capitol riot. Right?
Right.
And Brady said that Kraft gave him the hat, and I'm just going to assume that Kraft said, hey, display it because he needs all the help he can get going into the election.
Right.
Okay, so it was there prominently displayed in the locker, but then according to the Washington Post, his wife Giselle then said in the next week or two ahead of the election, we do not support Donald Trump. Right. So I don't know where else to go with that, but you have speculated about it, and I can't. All I know is he did put the hat in his locker.
Skip, I think the biggest thing is that...
And by the way, real quick point, he also said he started playing golf with Donald Trump once or twice a year in 2002.
Early 2000.
This is 2016. Right. Okay, so it's been 14 years of occasional golf with Donald Trump.
Skip, I think the thing is that sometimes people, when you're great at something, they look at you as less than human. Well, he doesn't say anything bad. No. He doesn't. Well, we got an opportunity to see Tom the other day that he is human, that he loves he have a good time, and he might have one too many.
You're
so
talking
he's
about
human.
The guy on Twitter who became drunk Brady.
Right. And so I think the thing is, Skip, to hear that kind of language. Tom, you talk like that? Because, sometimes you like, well, dang, every other word that comes out of LeBron's mouth is a curse word.
It has been. Yet, you pointed out in Tom versus Time, we had him like throwing in the backyard, and I can still throw this MF as far as anybody, right?
And so I think that's the thing, Skip, is that once you get past the fact that, yes, they're great at their craft, they're exceptional, but they're human. And in their private life, with the behind closed doors, they probably drop F-bombs just like you do. They're just...
Well, like you do. Well,
occasionally.
No, here and there. Okay, so in the end, I think we both agree no line got crossed here.
No, I don't believe so.
Heat of battle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you probably dropped the F-bomb when LeBron hit that game time 3 the other night. You probably dropped where you got.
No, it didn't rank. It didn't merit. Now, Ray Allen shot? Yeah.
You on the floor. Turn it over,
I'm ashamed of